Alright, so I don't know what went wrong, but it said that I just lost connection, so I'm just going to do this video again really quick. I'm just showing off my pets again to you guys. I never showed you my leopard gecko, but I will be. But first I'm going to show you my rose-haired tarantula that you all have seen in my previous video, Lurch. And he's a sweetheart. I was either going to get, when I bought him, at the place I bought him at Petco, they had a cobalt blue tarantula. It was a baby. It was it looked like a male. I forget. I mean, this was quite a while ago, but I think it was a male. It was really small. It was only like this big, but it was a cobalt blue tarantula. I had the option between this guy, a cobalt blue, or a Goliath tarantula, and I wanted the Goliath tarantula more than anything. But someone bought him before I did, and no one was able to touch that tarantula but me. I was the only one he would let touch. Like, out of everyone else, just nothing can touch him. I mean, all the workers, he would try to bite some of the workers, like he'd stick his fangs in the air with his legs, and sometimes he'd fling the hairs at them, from what they told me, and they just said that I was the only one who ever held him without him showing any sign of attitude. But someone bought him before I did. And then the cobalt blue tarantula, it was just really relaxed and really friendly to everyone. It was a little skittish when you tried to pick it up, but it was really calm with me. Someone bought him, and then I just saw him, and he was on sale for Reptile Rally, and I was like, I really want a tarantula, and this guy here looks really lonely, so I'm just gonna get him, and I'm glad I got him. I mean, this guy here's a sweetheart. I love when he just whips his legs out like that when he's like trying to touch things. He's really beautiful. He's really healthy. He's got very little webbing in his cage. Not a lot. Just like little carpets of it on the ground. But I'm hoping that he'll make more of his webs eventually. But he doesn't for now. I mean, he has no problem eating. He doesn't eat a lot because he's a male, but whenever I feed him, he does like clean all of his crickets off. I mean, none of them go to waste, so that's good. I mean, my leopard gecko, sometimes he'll like let a few die, but he's a good eater. My other guy, he doesn't like to be held. I've had him for a few months now, and he just doesn't seem to like to be touched. I hold him regularly, and every time I do, he just pisses all over the place. But this is Slade, my leopard gecko. I don't really have luck with geckos. I mean, he lets everyone else hold him and touch him, but he just doesn't like me. And I know someone's gonna comment, well, maybe it's because you got a snake around your neck. This is the only time I've ever held this gecko with him around my neck. So it's not that reason. But he's really nice. He's really docile. He bites every now and then, but his bites kind of are funny because they just do not hurt. He's a real sweetheart. He's really healthy. But I might give him to one of my friends who know what the fuck they're doing with reptiles. I'm not gonna give him to someone who just wants him to have him. I'm not fucking doing that, because they're just gonna end up killing him. I got the hiccups. I had more reptiles. I had an iguana, but he got really stressed out from my mother's cat, and because that cat's fucking psychotic. You cannot touch that cat without him like mauling the shit out of you. And he'd always fuck with him, and my iguana was like 4 feet long, and he lived at my mom's place. This is my house, but he lived at my mom's house, and that cat just fucked with him so much that he just stopped eating, and he died in his sleep, and plus he was really sick. But yeah. And then everyone's favorite, like all my friends' favorite, the beau who changed a lot of people's opinions of snakes and who like just changed lives with them is Crom. Um, Crom is probably the most beautiful red-tailed boa I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I've seen a lot of pretty ones, but with like personality-wise and just looks, I mean, he's just the most beautiful snake I've seen. I mean, he's so nice. He never bites anyone. He just has a heart of gold, and I like that he changed a lot of lives. And at the Petco I bought him at, he was there for months. No one wanted him. Like seriously, no one wanted to even touch him because this one worker there said that he was really aggressive. And every time I'd go there, I'd say, "Hey, can I hold a boa?" Because I mean, when I go to Petco, if I ask to hold one of the reptiles, they let me. I don't know if they let you guys hold your reptiles there, but I do because it's good to socialize with them. And I've been doing it since I was in 5th grade, so they all know me there. And they all, whenever I go in, sometimes they just willingly, out of the blue, like ask me, "Do you want to check out your buddy? Or do you want to hold this guy?" Because I socialize with them. And when I do that, they become tame. Because, like, the more you hold them, the calmer they get. Like, with the Toki geckos, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Well, I had a Toki gecko, but she didn't like me. Like, I have no luck with geckos, so I gave her to my mom, and she loves my mom. My mom adores that gecko. They're always like she's always on my mom's shoulder and stuff. But I always hold the Toki geckos there, and I love it when they bite me. I don't know why. Just this one has a bite. Is it weird to say that it feels good? I mean, like when the one bites me, it's like a weird sensation it does with its mouth. It just feels so weird. It's awesome. But I've held them so much and tried to get bit by them so much that now they just don't even try to bite anyone, and a lot of them are finding homes. But with this guy, no one wanted him, and he was the biggest boa in his cage. He was about a half a foot smaller than he is now, and just no one wanted him. Like, everyone was afraid of him. Everyone was buying like the smaller bows. No one wanted this guy, and I loved this guy. And I always told the workers, if the power goes out and he's missing, I stole him, like joking around. And then one night on a last minute fish food run with my friend Morgan, I had money saved up from Christmas, and this was like December 27th, I think, or 28th. And I just I just said fuck it, I'll buy him. And they're like, "You're finally gonna take him?" I said, "I'm always saying I'm gonna buy him. I'm gonna keep my word to it. I'm actually gonna buy him now. Like, I can finally buy him." And so I bought this big tank, and it was like 3 minutes before they closed, and then they had to stay open for like another extra 10 minutes for me to buy this guy. And every time I go to Petco, I bring him with me. I mean, not in the wintertime, not when it's cold out, for obvious reasons, because it's brutal as shit out. I mean, I live in Pennsylvania. I'm not going to say where in Pennsylvania, but I live in Pennsylvania. And for those of you who are in Pennsylvania or near it, it's fucking cold out. Like fuck that. I'm hibernating. Like, I'm just staying inside all winter. Actually, no, I go out sometimes and do something proactive, but he stays inside for the winter. In the summertime, he is everywhere with me. He's been out of Pennsylvania once that I know of. I mean, before I got him, if he had a previous owner, I don't know what the fuck he did, but he was only out of Pennsylvania once with me. But I'm probably gonna have to cut this video in 2 parts because my webcam doesn't take long videos, so I'm just gonna make this part 1.